Yeah, we're gonna leave it that way. What's up, everyone, and welcome to my little corner of the internet that I like to call your Wednesday's episode of Reptile News. Now, we're going to start off today in Nebraska, where apparently $18,000 worth of snakes were stolen from an Omaha pet store. Now, reportedly caught on surveillance cameras, the perpetrator walked off with 8 ball pythons, one of which worth $5,000, as well as some feeding rats. And you know, I think the thing that I hate the most in this world, and I hope these people get caught, and that is thieves. I absolutely cannot stand thieves. I don't like thieves more than I don't like people I don't like. Regardless of how I feel about anybody, and I don't know these people, so this isn't about them, but the fact that somebody had worked for something and it was taken from them just really irritates me. So hopefully somebody can know something about this and comes forward. Hopefully, I mean, obviously they have surveillance video, so hopefully they have this person's picture plastered all over every light post in the town, and I really hope they get caught, because like I said, I just cannot stand thieves. And now we're going to come back here to my home state, California, and back to Rockland in an update on the story we talked about just Monday, the python that escaped from the person's home. Well, reportedly this python has been found. It's back home safe. It was located not far from where it got out. ABC10.com did say that the owner is considering moving the snake to a facility outside of Rockland. And now we're going to move on to our last and our title story, which initially pissed me off, but then towards the end made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and we'll get to that, and that is a Roundup. Apparently over the weekend, 20 non-venomous and 8 venomous snakes were brought in a Roundup in Pennsylvania. One hunter is said to have brought in a rattlesnake with 13 rattles. Now, the annual rattlesnake Roundup in Pennsylvania is put on by the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission and was first put on in 1973. Now, I get to this point in the story, and this is what really starts to just really upset me, because how in 2016 is a public agency going to be sanctioning a Roundup? That just, it doesn't make any sense to me. But then I get to the very last line in the story, which reads, all the snakes were returned to their natural habitat, which is the part that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's such a good ending, I guess. And I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I'd love to hear from people that were there, but judging from the fact that there were only like 59 entrants, I highly doubt any of them are watching this video. But it'd be great to hear from people that did actually take part and were there and how this thing went off. But the fact that it gets people out in the wild looking for these snakes, and ultimately these snakes are released back into the wild, is probably one of the most best Roundups that I can think of. And now moving on to one last thing I want to talk about today, and that is computers. My computer, the one I use for everything, is currently broken. My power supply smells like a skunk that's been set on fire. So I do have a new power supply coming. Point being, computers, you suck. And 2, since I plan, film, edit, and publish all this stuff on my own, I'm probably going to cut as many corners as I can on editing, because I will be editing on my Toshiba laptop until I get this problem worked out. Now, luckily, my new power supply is set to arrive next Monday, so hopefully next week everything will be good to go. And that's where I'm going to end today's show. If you'd like to read more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you next time.